Hey, it's Camilla here from Creative Moms Decant. So today I'm going to show you how to make a glitter tumbler that allows you to get so creative with alcohol inks. Let's go!
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me.
First thing is to tape down the edges that you want to tape down, and I am just using good old masking tape here and taping down the bottom edge. You can tape or not tape, and it's up to you. I've done both. I don't spray paint or sand. I'm going to pour my epoxy here. The key is the first coat of epoxy should not be more than 5 milliliters. It's 2.5 of each. And if you measure more, don't use it all. Don't be tempted. It's very, very thin coat, and you do want to make sure it gets coated completely. And I truly find that a gloved hand is the easiest way to do this. So we're just going to smooth the epoxy out with the weight of the glove and make it all smooth.
With an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.
So depending on the weather, I let that roll for a couple minutes until it's all nice and thin. And then if I'm doing two-tone glitter like I am today, because I want to show you the alcohol inks under white glitter and then a colored glitter, I like to take the pole on and off, let it spin, let it drip this glitter. I also like to do my darker color first. So I did that pink first because I want to do the darker color first. And I'm going to do the same thing here and just coat it good. My white here is more of a silver, just so you know. I'll link it below, but it is more of a silver underneath. I'm working on getting a better white.
With an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.
All right, so the alcohol inks are out, and I'm so excited. So I am starting by placing that white down the center. And it's going to look crazy, but I promise in just a bit it will look awesome. I put the glitter down first for 2 reasons. Of course, for the glitter, but also because it helps control your alcohol inks and doesn't make it, you can get lines like I'm doing in this one. All these colors easily blend together if you just do it on top of plain resin. And always end alcohol inks with the whites. I did also add just a little bit of holographic glitter to the very end. And then I let that cure completely, so overnight. Epoxy tumblers do take 3 days or so. They just do. So I am stirring up another small amount. Again, no more than 5 mils per layer, and you really don't. 5 is the max. You really want to stick to the 2.5 and then spread it out thin. So I slowed this down a little bit in real time so you can see just how I am doing really thin beads. I kind of squish this measuring cup so that I get a really thin bead all around the cup before I start to spread it out. So I'm also going to show you here what I do with my glove. So really and truly, I'm not putting any pressure with my hand. I am pretty much just dragging the glove material over this cup. And you continue to spin this nice and slow and just work it until it's completely covered from top to bottom. And don't forget to switch the direction of your tumbler press. So you want to switch it back and forth, and I switch it then when I'm done. I'll switch it a couple times while I'm doing it, and then I switch it when I'm done, and then I always switch it at least 1 or 2 times throughout the evening before I go to bed. And usually by the time I go to bed, it's just tacky and probably could be taken off, but I usually just let it tumble all night. If you've got a thicker coat, you may have to turn it a little bit more. But if you stick to that 2.5, it really is the ticket, at least for this size tumbler, and I'll link them below. Again, this looks like my hand, but it's really just the glove. It's a nice light touch and thin layers. The other thing I want to tell you is I didn't remove this tape. You should remove and place back tape. I completely forgot. I'll show you at the end how this works out. All right, so this is the third thin coat. That's why I say tumblers take forever. So I am mixing up my epoxy and I'm going to apply it in the same way. Now, the reason I just didn't tell you I did another coat and I wanted to show you is a couple things. I like to show that you strip this on there thin and then spread it thin with just the weight of the glove. That is the key. I have tried everything, and my tumblers that are turning out nice and smooth are done with thin coats and patience. The other thing I wanted to tell you is back on that tape. So here is where I went wrong. If you forgot to take your tape off of a layer, then leave it until the end. That's my recommendation. I started pulling here and the alcohol inks got on the bottom of my tumbler and I have a mess. So, and also where the epoxy had dried underneath was really difficult. So I had to pull out scissors, and there's where the pink got on, and it was really hard to get off. So just leave the tape till the very end. I ended up kind of leaving this until it dried, and I'll come back to it in the morning and finish it off. And that was the best choice. Leave it until it's dry. I grabbed some rubbing alcohol that helps clean up alcohol inks, and I will definitely have to clean it up some more when it's not wet.
With an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.
Good morning. So it's completely dry. I can turn it off. And let's talk about this tape. It is going to give me a headache, and I think I'm going to definitely recommend that you take this off like I've shown in my other tumbler bit videos. Before, just as the epoxy sets up. So I am probably going to have to sand down here. Well, I might just be able to sand a little bit. Let's see what happens here.
With an illusion, like a sparrow